Aaron, Coach said if need be, you could go 40, 40, 40 this weekend. Do you feel like that's something that you realistically could do?
Yeah, I've been doing it all year, so it's nothing really new.
But in 3 days in a row?
Yeah, I'll be all right.
What is you've been able to maintain a high level of performance with the heavy workload. How do you do that in like the final 5 minutes of a game when you've played so many minutes?
I don't know. I just go out there and play, to be honest. I get tired, but at the same time, I gotta keep fighting if I want to win. So just will to win, pretty much.
What do you do for like your?
Sorry, Aaron, can you stand in front of the mic? Yeah, I'm not getting the audio that good. Okay, thank you.
What do you do for like your conditioning, like during the off season? Do you just run a whole bunch? Do you? How does that work out?
Yeah, I do a lot of running. My dad, he's a big guy with running. I used to run with him up hills and stuff by my house. Just really playing, pretty much. Working out, that gets me in shape, and obviously I do run. I run in the gym as well, so just working out and some running as well.
So it's not like you have some cool P90X system, you just run and play basketball?
Nah, just working out pretty much, that's all it is.
Do you feel like you guys are kind of safely in the NCAA tournament, or do you feel like you need to win a game to kind of not worry about that anymore, or how do you?
I don't know. There's a lot that's been going on with that. Some people have us in, some people have us out, so it's like I don't know what we have to do that's going to push us in there. Obviously, we could win a tournament. That would obviously help a lot, which we can do, and that's really all we can focus on right now, is just winning that tournament.
Coach was talking about the finality of March. How does that affect the mindset of this team going into the tournament?
I mean, it's just a fun time to play basketball. Being a part of March Madness is just awesome. You get to go on the highest stage against the best people, basically, and it's just fun. So wanting to be in that tournament will drive us a lot, I feel like.
Coach was just talking about kind of when the calendar turns to March, there's a certain finality that happens when you look at schedule. How does that kind of affect the way this team is entering the Pac-12 tournament, just in terms of mindset?
I think it reflects one thing that Coach has been preaching to us about, just having a sense of urgency, just because, yeah, this time of the year there are no lessons to be learned. I mean, we've gone through our fair share of ups and downs this season, and in March you have one game guaranteed now with this conference tournament. So, like I said, yeah, there's no lessons to be learned. It's just about going out there and executing to the best of your abilities, and just understanding the urgency and the finality of the moment, and just giving your best ever 40 minutes.
Aaron said you guys have to play defense and everything will kind of take care of itself. Does that kind of need to be the mentality going into this tournament?
Yeah, I think 100%. I think this team will be as good as our defense allows us to be, and I think a lot of that will be just how our effort is, how we talk, how we communicate on the defensive end. So that's going to be a big focus for us going into this week.
Coach said that if need be, Aaron would play 40 minutes, 40 minutes, 40 minutes, 3 days in a row. How impressive has it been that he's been able to play so many minutes this season?
It's incredible. I mean, he's able to sustain a really high performance level too while he's playing such a like you said, such a high number of minutes for us. But yeah, I mean, he's just an animal out there. I think personally, he should have been the Pac-12 Player of the Year, but it is what it is, and he had an incredible season for us so far. But yeah, he's an animal. He's extremely fun to play with, and I'm just looking forward to him doing really well out there.
Playing in Vegas, how does that atmosphere compare to maybe other neutral site games, like the one you played in New Orleans against Kentucky?
I think it's similar. I mean, it's a neutral site game at the end of the day, but I think the one thing that definitely makes it different is the fact that it's March now versus December when we were playing out there. So, I mean, yeah, it's March Madness, it's college basketball. I mean, it's the best time of the year, and I think we're just really excited to be able to get out there and hopefully play 3 great games and just kind of see what happens with it all. But yeah, I think we're just really excited.
As a fellow senior, what was it like to get to see Alec Wolf come on the court against SC?
That was awesome. I mean, he's worked incredibly hard all 4 years he's been here, and that's one thing he does is he can knock down shots, he can play defense, he knows the plays, he knows how to execute what coach wants, and yeah, he did a great job of just playing his role, knocking down a shot. I think he got an assist in the game as well. So when he can do something like that, I think it adds definitely a different level of contribution for us. So yeah, I was super excited to see him do well.
How impressive has it been that Aaron, plays 40 minutes a lot and is able to maintain his performance even in the late minutes when he's played basically the whole game?
It's very impressive, That's just what he does. He's never been really known to get tired, so that's just what he does.
Is he like that in practice? Is he kind of is he workhorse in practice, or does he maybe conserve a little bit?
No, he works in practice. He doesn't like getting subbed out in practice either, so I mean, it just carries over to the game.
What's kind of the mentality of the team going into the tournament? That was a big win against SC. Some people say it got you into the NCAA tournament no matter what. But do you guys feel like you need to do some damage in this tournament to make sure everything's safely in the tournament?
I mean, regardless of the situation of us winning or not winning, our mentality going in is to win the tournament. So that's our main focus, to win 3 games in 3 days.
Obviously, the game against SC wasn't your best. Is it something you could feel like after warm-ups, like, oh, I'm not feeling like I'm going to play my best, or is it just bad luck?
No, it's nothing you feel. I just didn't make shots, but we won the game, so it's all good.
When you go into a tournament not knowing who you're going to play in the first round, are you going to eagerly watch that Stanford game, or are you just more worried about you guys doing what you need to do?
We're just more worried about us. We played every team in the pack, so we know what each team brings. So we're just more worried about us, and then when we find out who wins between Stanford and Cal, then we begin to prepare.
Coach was talking about how you can't be learning lessons now in March. It's a little too late for that. So what are some of the biggest lessons that you've learned already this regular season that's going to help you?
I mean, the biggest lesson, obviously, is you got to play all 40 minutes. You can't just have mental lapses for 5 minutes, because that'll cost you a game. And it's costed us a couple of games this year, or more than a couple. So if you do that now, you only get 1 game. So no, you cannot be learning lessons in March.
You guys played a pretty good, close to 40-minute game against SC. Was that a big talking point going into that game?
Yeah, that's a talking point going into every game, because we've lost a lot of games just not playing 40 minutes. So, that's the big talking point for every game.